All right, what are we on? Episode 14 now, I think, because we did that other one. Okay, so we'll just kind of... Yeah, we're doing episode 14, Hardheaded Productions podcast here. We got...
Brandon.
And...
Ellis.
Back here in the house again. And I guess it's not really a big week of news stories. I mean, Trump's 100 days in office. Everybody's talking about that for some reason. Like, that's supposed to be like this...
Like, big deal.
Yeah, like, who cares? Like, it takes forever to get government to move, so what do you expect to do in 100 days? So, whatever. I'm not, if it takes him 200 days and it gets stuff done the right way, then it gets stuff done the right way, right?
Yeah, but I mean...
I'd rather have it done right than done fast.
Yeah. But he, when he was running for the election, he kind of called that out. Said, first 100 days, I'm going to do this and that. So he kind of shot himself in the foot by saying that.
Yeah, but everybody does that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. Oh, we're going to take Ohio. Woo, we're going to do this. Woo, we're going to do that. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, though. He's not going to the White House correspondent dinner because he's doing some other rally thing in Pennsylvania. Do you think that's
good for him? Good for him.
Okay.
Why is he going to go there and get made fun of by a bunch of press and stuff like that? And then who cares?
That's an opinion.
It's and he's going to a fundraiser. What's his fundraiser he's going to?
It's a Trump rally.
It's a rally?
Yeah.
But because originally when he said about not doing the White House correspondence, that he was going to do a thing for the troops.
Okay.
So if it's a rally / fundraiser for the troops or something like that, then go do that, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need to be at the thing.
Okay.
Who cares?
Doesn't matter to me either way. I'm not going. So.
Right.
Oh, you didn't get your invite?
Yeah. And then, I know Kid Rock and Ted Nugent was there, and Sarah Palin was there last week hanging out with the Trump at the White House.
Yeah, and they took a picture, and everybody lost their shit because of whatever.
I mean, Obama did it with rappers the same,
I know. It's like, what's the difference between... I don't get it. Like we said before, how many things... no matter what Trump does, there's going to be people that find fault with it.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Whatever.
That's what every president does.
Oh, he hung out with Kanye West when he was campaigning. So I mean, how bad can it get?
No, that was. I think that was after he got elected. He was president-elect.
Yeah,
Kanye came to the Trump Tower.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, and then Kanye got backlash for that. Like, why are you going to visit him? Well, he's going to be the president, so I don't know. I don't get it. It's whatever. Yeah. People got to move on, man. You can't you can't sweat the small things, man. Just worry about the big stuff, like I don't know, North Korea, taxes, healthcare reform, the big things he's actually working on. It took Obama it took them 17 months to get Obamacare in, and they're worried about Trump not doing it in 100 days.
Right.
All right. Well, it took you 17 months, and it's kind of a fucked up system.
Yeah.
So let's not just replace it within the first 100 days or 30 days or whatever it was.
Just make sure you do it right, and everyone gets to...
Like, about how many times we said about the news, like fake news nowadays, like they're so rushed to get the story first, and it not necessarily correct.
Yeah. Well, like example, Huffington Post posted today that Sean Hannity was... had a sexual allegation, and the lady said, no, that didn't happen, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and,
Sean Hannity's talking about going off and suing these people now that are going after him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. It's just, and that's backlash, too, because it's, when you're on top, you're gonna have everybody coming after you.
Yeah.
Okay? Bill O'Reilly was on top of the news industry for 20-something years.
Yeah.
15, I mean, he was on Fox for 20-something years. I think he was a number 1 rated show for the last 15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And number 1 show, not just cable news, of all news, like ABC, CBS, NBC, any of those, CNBC, CNN, MSN, all those. He was the number 1 news show of all. So you're gonna have people go after you.
Yeah, I get. Well, Tucker Carlson's up next, probably. So
yeah, but I don't know. I think I think Bill O'Reilly was an asshole.
Yes, but he's honest.
Yeah, but yeah. But the thing is that his lawsuits were settled a long time ago. Like, some of them were years and years ago. And I think it was Media Matters, I think, is an organization that went after him and brought all this old stuff back up and found all these allegations and found these payoffs and things like that. And then they started going to all the sponsors and basically threatening the sponsors for, like, hey, you're still sponsoring this guy's show when he did this and this and this and have these payoffs, and we're gonna now slander your name and your company. So they had 50 sponsors threaten to leave Fox, and that's why, this is follow the dollar.
Yeah,
money goes, the talent goes. All right, we'll rearrange everything. We're gonna keep sponsors and keep our, that's how we make money. So But what Media Matters did is kind of chicken shit in a way.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's the same kind of thing that, what's his name, Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition used to do too.
Yeah.
They would blackmail people, be like, if you don't hire a certain number of black people, we're going to basically out your company as far as in the media and stuff like that. So
that's affirmative action. I don't get that. That's like dumb. It's if you qualify for the job, get hired. It shouldn't be a matter of like you shouldn't have certain amount of wasted and stuff. That's stupid. If you're best for the job, you get hired. If you're not, oh well.
But that's when you have this company, and I think it was Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and the Rainbow Coalition, I think is what they called it. And they would go after they'd go to like Ford and be like, if you don't have so many CEOs and presidents of organizations that are minorities, and not just minorities, black. I mean, let's be real about it.
Yeah.
If you don't hire black people, we're going to take our media influence and our influence and pick it and do these things against you guys, against your company because of that. That's not right.
I agree.
It's extortion, and that's not the way to actually promote your kind, your people, your however you want to say it. I just don't, like you said, hire the right person for the job. The problem with that is, I don't think there's a problem with it. If say you, Brandon, as a 29 29-year-old black man is going up against a 29-year-old white man.
Right.
You have went to the same school, have the same 4-year degree, and he gets the job and you don't. Yeah. Why is that?
Well, hate to say it, but it could sometimes be race. You got to factor in there. Or two, maybe he said something that sparked the manager that he liked and stuff. I didn't,
Yeah.
We don't know.
It could be personality.
Yeah.
It could be it could still be numerous things.
Right.
So why does it always go to race first?
Because I'd say equality. Because people say, people want to how am I going to say this? People want to be treated equally. Like, for example, the Oscars like 2 years ago. Yeah. People got backlash because there was black actors and all that stuff. To me, that was kind of stupid. I mean, they had great movies, but I mean, you shouldn't base it on race. I don't know, to be honest with you. That's a good question. I don't know. What do you think, Ellis? You're a black guy. Help me out.
It can be numerous things. I mean, it can be Old Boys Network. Excuse me. It could just be the person that interviewed better. It can be numerous things. I mean, it can be the person had a friend in the company and got him the job. Because you can not get the job because you're black, or you can get the job because you're black. Right. See, I don't want it either way. I want to get it because I was most talented for the job or whatever. That's how I want it to be. That's how it is.
Yeah, the affirmative action thing. I think it cuts. It cuts both ways, and people don't realize. If you're only getting the job because of your skin color, I think that's more demoralizing to your character than not getting the job. Because if you don't get the job based on your skin color, you're like, all right, if that's the real reason and not just the made up reason you think it is or somebody thinks it is. If you really go, all right, what did I do? And then you go back to them and ask, like re-interview that company, go, why didn't I get this job? Like, just be honest with me. Could I have done this better? Could I have done that better? What was it? And do people really take that personal responsibility to go do that, to better themselves? And maybe it was a personality thing. Maybe it was just he saw that person as a personality that would fit better with the other staff he already has. Or, he or she or whatever it happens to be. That's when I had my restaurant, I always hired... I could teach anybody how to do the job. Okay. I hired personalities. Right. I hired, if you were coming in new to interview with me, I was judging you solely based, a little bit of skill, are you teachable, and then your personality. Is your personality going to fit with me, and is it going to fit with the other staff members? Right. Because if you come in and it's just not going to mesh, then I'm like, well, then you're not going to get hired. Yep. And I would rate people. I would literally put grade letters on applications. Okay. Like A, B, C, and the very first category that I went to was availability. Okay. I'd go down because on an application it has, you give me your available hours. Yep. Monday through Sunday. Right. when are you available? And if they were really open available, that's an automatic A. Okay. And then I wouldn't like C's and D's. Like if they were only available a couple days a week, I wouldn't even bother giving them a call back or interview. If they could have been the best person, the most intelligent person, best personality, they would have kicked ass at their job. You're not available. You're not working. So first thing I looked at was availability before I looked at names or anything or knew anything about the gender, race, anything. Look at availability. Are you available to work? Yep. All right. Now I'm going to read this interview, read the application a little further. Then we're going to call you in, and I'm going to interview for one position. I'm going to interview 4, 5, 6 people, and I'm going to pick the best personality out of that gets along with my staff.
Okay, that's how it should be.
So,
well, I always tell people. I think I told people back when Obama got elected. I always tell people, no more excuses. We got a black president. You can't say we can't have this, we can't have that. That's done now. That's been beat to death. There was a day it was like that, but.
Yeah,
that's gone now. I mean, that's you gotta take responsibility. And when you get hired, you better take initiative to try to be the best person up there.
Yeah.
Don't just skate by. Do the job.
Yeah.
You know.
And there was a story that I kind of talk about, which was but we may just wait till next week to give you guys a chance to see it. But last night on History Channel, they aired this 25 years after the LA riots, and it was pretty interesting. It definitely was produced and directed with a certain perspective. Okay. And I won't get into that right now because I think it'll air all next week, and I want both of you guys to kind of watch it, and I want to pick your brains about it a little bit. But because I think this Sunday is the 29th of April 29th, 1992. So there's it was an interesting documentary, but it is definitely it's from a certain perspective. But talking about this, like I remember a time shortly after that. I mean, this was mid to late 90s now, 96, 97, where I had LAPD. I was going to apply for the LAPD. Okay. And I ended up applying to the sheriff. Actually, I applied to the sheriff station before I was like 21. It was actually earlier before that. It was so yeah. The only way you can get LAPD has an entrance exam. Okay, it's 100 points. It's a 100-point test. Being a white male, I had to score 110 points. Okay. Wow. The only way you get the extra 10 points is having service in the military. Okay. A black female, same age, same everything, just black female. Guess what her points was on the LAPD entrance exam?
80. It's 90.
It was at 70.
Wow. Jeez.
That's a 40-point difference between a black female and a white male on the entrance exam alone. And the only way a white male can even get there is to be in the prior service.
Jeez.
To get that. So he has to score perfect on the exam and have prior military service.
Wow.
Where a black female can score 70.
Jeez. That's not right.
That is the opposite. That's what affirmative action does. That is not an equal playing field. That's not the best person for the job. It's not necessarily the best qualified. And yes, does that black female? Are there black females that can score 100? Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. Right. But when you lower the standard already, when it's preset lowered, man, when you're, like I said, that's gonna affect your psyche a little bit more than like, oh, I'm only 70% as good.
Yeah.
Or I'm only, I'm 30% away or 40% away, and then like Mexican males were like at 85, black males were like at 80 or 85 as well. Like the whole, it was a scale. Like white females were like at 80 or 85 as well. Wow. So it's like, really, like Asians were like at 90. Like, oh, because you guys test well, so we're gonna bump your score up a little bit higher. Like it's not. It's just that's a ridiculous system to have in place.
Yeah, that's a big problem because it also it's what are you putting out in the field?
Yeah.
I don't want some nut pulling me over. I don't care what color they are.
Yeah,
it's going to go off half cocked and not even been questioned or asked anything or anything. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, when I found that out, I was like, man, this is ridiculous. So, anyway, we I was also going to bring up this. So that's your guys' homework. Watch that L.A. 25 years after the LA riots. It was on History Channel last night. I'm sure they're going to re-air it all week. So
Channel 7's going to have it on all week. Yeah. Okay. Little segments all week. I'll catch up on that.
Yeah. But the other thing is we talked about that. Remember that bombing threat at Chino Hills High School? So they arrested a kid.
Okay.
He's from Utah, and he called in the bomb threat from Utah.
Wow.
So apparently he like Googled
Jeez.
the area and was like, "Oh, that looks like a cool area," and then I'll call that school and threaten the bomb. So San Bernardino County sheriffs and along with some police authority in Utah, I don't know if it was like their highway patrol or state police or a local city or county sheriffs or whatever it was, but they arrested the kids for basically making terrorist threats and accusations and terrorist bomb threats.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Chino Hills has gotten big over the last few years. We had that record lottery winner.
Yeah.
You have
Down
the
street.
Ball brothers.
Yeah.
And everything. You got a lot of things going on around Chino Hills.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg put us on the map first,
Yep,
so shout out to Snoop Dogg.
Well, that in the prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how Snoop Dogg put you guys on the map.
The American Gangster Party have what is it saying? I have a house right in the hills right next to Chino,
Oh, really?
and he's a coach at a community park.
Oh, but
Yeah.
he has a house in Diamond Bar too, so his kids went to Diamond Bar High.
In the country, yeah.
He lives up. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say where he lives, but yeah.
I know where he lives. My buddy used to deliver pizza to his house. So yeah, they Chino, that lottery winner was. It took them about a year, I think, before they finally came forth and claimed that actual prize. That was that was like 3 people won, like Louisiana,
Florida,
Tennessee, Kentucky, or something like that, and then
I grew up going to that 7-Eleven, riding bikes when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there forever.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that day, I rarely buy lotto tickets. Like I just don't. And that day I was like, you know what, this thing's huge. I'm going to buy lottery tickets. And I was going to go to that 7-Eleven because it was just on my way to where I was going. I was like, oh, I know they have them. I'll cruise in there, and I can park next to that AutoZone that's right there. I can park like in the Shamrocks parking lot. I don't have to pull into that little parking lot in front of it. I was going to pull in there and then skate out the backside and actually head over to the Tilted Kilt that night. Okay. But I was like, man, I got to. So I drove up and I had to go to the bank first. So I went to the Bank of America on the corner. Yeah. And as I got in line and turned left, I looked over and there was a huge line of people outside that 7-Eleven buying tickets. Yeah. They were all in line, and I went, well, guess I'm not buying my tickets there. Yeah. So I went to the bank and then I went into that gas station over by the. Where the old Vons and stuff is,
Circle K.
Yeah, Circle K one, whatever, Chevron or something it is over there, I think. So I went there instead and just walked inside, and there were like 3 people in line buying tickets. So I bought tickets there, went to Tilted Kilt, sitting at the end of the bar, news stories come on, everybody's phones are going off, winning ticket bought in Chino Hills. And I'm going, oh shit, I bought my ticket in Chino Hills. Yeah. So then they've put the numbers up, but I don't know if I had my tickets in my pocket or they were in the truck, but I think they were in my truck. And then I remember that was one of the first days I ever met Kylie because she was like, she goes, oh, you bought your ticket in Chino Hills? You might be a millionaire. And then all of a sudden was like friendly with me. Yeah. Shouldn't say her name, but oops. Oh, well. A certain girl, I may edit that out, was one of the first days I remember meeting her. So
good.
I forget who was bartender that night. I think it might have been Morgan behind the bar still. It was a while ago.
Yeah, she's
so, but yeah, I remember sitting at the bar that night and not wanting to look at my tickets, and then coming to find out it was that 7-Eleven. I was like, oh, it's not me.
I went to every single liquor store and gas station besides that 7-Eleven in Chino Hills. I was like so pissed I didn't go there. And my friends called me up, and my aunt, did you guys win? Did you win? I was like, are you serious? It's a 7-Eleven, really? And I went to like the gas station. I went to Party House Liquor. I went to the donut store, like every single, and then at that 7-Eleven. Even went to Redlands. To a 7-Eleven over there because I was out there for a minute too, and nope.
Yeah, I ended up going to Shamrocks that night. Okay. And it was a nut house in there because that whole parking lot turned into a circus. Yeah. The news media, helicopters above. Yeah. There were these girls that kept running. They're regulars at Shamrocks. They kept running over out in the parking lot. We'd get on the news and they'd run back and they'd go, "Did you see us yet on the news?" Yeah. And it was just funny. People holding signs up and everything. Yeah. It was a madhouse. It was flipping insane. And those news vans were there for days.
Yeah, for days. Yeah.
And those people never came forward for like a year.
That's smart, though.
Completely smart. I mean, hire an attorney, hire a tax guy, and go, here, this is what's happening, and then figure it all out. And, those attorneys will do it because they know they're going to get paid on the back end. But
and they were older couple, too, so that's good for them.
Yeah. So. And there was all kinds of stories. There were fake stories out there about like this guy claimed that he bought it and this and that. And there was all this new stuff going on around that day.
A friend of mine, he actually had, I don't know how he did it, but he edited the lottery ticket like on his photo. Yeah, and like the news people actually like called him and was like, dude, this is a joke. Right? But
Anyway,
I got home from late from work that night. I was still working late shift back then, and I'm like, what is going on over here? And this on the way to my house, and I'm like, and every news station you can think of, Telemundo, everything is just nutty. It was like John. It was wild. It was like Mob House for like
Buck
3 or
wild.
4 days. Buck wild.
yeah, it was a fun night though.
yeah.
Too bad I didn't win. In fact, I still have that ticket upstairs. It's
I
literally-
won,
it's
like-
literally on my nightstand.
I won $3. That was it. I was like, this sucks.
$3 more than I've ever won. Anyway,
Hopefully next time.
yeah, next time it's $1 billion. We'll go in together.
But
Then you will never hear from the Hardheaded
Yeah.
Productions podcast ever again. Or if you do, we'll be in another brand new studio.
yeah.
Bahamas or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. It'll be live streaming from the islands.
Yeah, I'm on.
Mo.
Bullshit, man.
This is bullshit, man. Anyway, so what else is going on, man? Like I mentioned, so I texted you last night and I said,
Yeah.
all right, we're talk about some summer concert stuff
Yes.
coming up.
Kendrick.
And do some restaurant review stuff
Yes.
because I think we each have one. I hope you have one,
Yep.
unless you're just going to make something up.
No, I got
All right.
something. So Kendrick Lamar's playing in the Staples Center on August 6th, I think. So that's gonna be a good show. His CD is like #1 on the Billboards, obviously. What else? You got Tool playing in San Bernardino.
Oh, you took the one I was going to say. That's
Wow.
that's the one I'm looking forward to. Tool on June 24th.
24th.
Yeah.
Then A Perfect Circle, they're playing at the Hollywood Bowl too. I forgot what day it was, but they're playing.
Are they playing with Tool?
No.
Just Maynard goes
Just
back and
Maynard,
forth.
yeah. And then for restaurant reviews, I went to this bar. It's called Dean's in Rancho Cucamonga. It's a little dive bar. It's pretty good. Good, cheap beer. They have like everything you want. They have a lot of IPAs on tap, so I probably like that place. I give it like a 8 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah.
They have food too?
No food.
All right, just bar?
Yeah, just bar.
Liquor or just beer?
Oh, they have liquor too.
Okay.
So good prices too.
Like sports bar or like hole in the wall
Like
dive
a hole in the
bar?
wall, but dive bar. Yeah.
All right.
First time there, it was interesting. So my friend
Where
took
in
me
Rancho?
out. It's like all the way up Grove Street, Grove
Okay.
Avenue. Yeah. In a
Alright.
little corner. That's pretty cool.
Cool. What about you, Alice?
Me and a female friend, we go to Tahoe Joe's once in a while. Very good restaurant. Tahoe Joe's is one in Chino. It's a small,
Why do black guys
small
always
change.
say my female friend?
Female friend. Lady friend.
Lady friend. Lady friend.
Lady friend.
Why, I've never heard a white guy say that ever, but I hear a lot of black guys say it.
Which is not
Lady
quite, it's
friend,
not quite a
female
girlfriend. Well, she's close. so
I'm glad you
she's
said
lady
female friend, though, because unless you didn't say that, I go to this place on the down low.
None
Anyway,
of that.
So your lady friend.
So we go there and we have a good time. It's good. It's a nice place to take a date and just relax. The food's really good. They have a happy hour all day on Sunday, and they have a daily happy hour in the afternoon. But I like the location. I like the scenery. It's just real nice. It's cozy, relaxing, and it looks expensive, but it's not as expensive as it looks.
Yeah, it's,
So
and
that's
it's
what I
for
like
what
about
you
it.
get. It's a really good value there too.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
definitely for happy hour. We were there on Christmas Eve. I think we were
Christmas
there, right?
Eve, yeah.
We went over there with some lady friends and another drunk friend of ours that was completely drunk that day. Or did he? He didn't even make it, did he?
No, for a little while he went. Then he got
He
the
did?
then he got the Uber.
And he got his Uber,
Yeah.
and then he thought he left his wallet or phone or something, and then
Yeah.
it was a
It was a
nightmare.
mess, yeah.
Christmas Eve nightmare. But Tahoe Joe's is a really good place. The place I want to talk about was a place that's been there for I think since the 60s or 70s or something like that in Pomona, which is tropical Mexico on East End. It's one of the best Mexican places around, I think, for about 30, 40 miles for sure.
That's a good place.
They have a sister location. The menu's exactly the same. It's called Mexico Lindo, and that's on Gary in Pomona at 11th Street or 10th Street. No, it's 11th Street, I think. It's either 10th or 11th. How about in between 10th and 11th? How about that?
Oh, God.
On Gary, and it's called Mexico Lindo. But Mexico Lindo has a, I should just say Mexico Lindo. I shouldn't try to pronunciate that. They have beer at that one, but the tropical Mexico one on East End has a full bar. So, and they make the best Cadillac margaritas, I think, around that I've probably ever had. But their food is just phenomenal. I mean, you can get any kind of Mexican food, lots of all kinds of seafood they have as well. So they have the whole front 2 pages of the menu are all basic standard Mexican fare.
Okay.
And then the back pages are all their seafood stuff, and you can get a full fish with a face, eyeball still looking at you and everything. So, but they have really good they'll do these like avocado slices with like jalapenos and lemons and just like a little like it's just like this like an appetizer or like a vegetarian kind of meal. Okay. It's flipping delicious. Like on a hot day, do just like avocados, jalapenos, and lime juice and salsa and stuff on it. Man, it's good. Nice. They do homemade. They can do fresh made guacamole there for you. Their salsa is always good. Their chips are always made fresh. Their salsa is probably made at least once a day, maybe once every other day or something like that. Because you can go sometimes it's like really, really spicy. You're thinking, oh, this might have been from yesterday's because it's had a little more time to, as my mom would say, get acquainted with one another. Okay. And so, yeah, that's my in fact, I was there yesterday, and as soon as we're done with the podcast, my dinner is going to consist of my leftovers from yesterday. So nice. I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
But, yeah, Tropical Mexico is good. So we're going to check out Dean's in Cucamonga, Rancho.
Yep.
And then Tahoe Joe's right there in Chino.
I think another concert, I just remembered, DMX is playing at the Observatory April 26th. So, that's all I'm saying.
Y'all going to make me lose my mind.
No, I saw him once. He was pretty good.
You saw him at Pomona last year.
Yes.
I had a bunch of friends at that concert.
Really?
I had a friend call me the night before and go, hey, want to go see DMX tomorrow night? And my response is, nope.
It was, I was really, really...
And then found out you were there and found out a bunch of people were there. I probably should have gone, but...
Oh, I would have missed that night, so it would have been bad. But thank God
Seems to be a theme.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. But shout out to the good people, Pomona, who took care of me that night, so it's cool.
I like watching a lot of the new artists that are not popular yet, up and coming. I've been watching some of the shows on some of those off channels like 28 and 24. There's one called The Ox. It's like a lot of Native American artists that are really good, but they don't have the big record deal yet.
Okay. Is it Ox like OX or is it
AUX?
Oh, it's
like auxiliary.
It's for auxiliary. Yeah. That's a good channel.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. And then I was watching last night Sun Studio Recordings, and not really in the country music, but I saw this young lady Elizabeth Cook. Really good country artist out of Tennessee. It's just somebody to watch and look for. So it was interesting seeing new talent and it's not, still being polished. Mm-hmm. It was pretty good to see.
Nice.
Elizabeth Cook, huh?
Mm-hmm. I mean, hopefully, I think right now the music...
she looks like somebody we know.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like a certain friend that we have that is a... huge fan of the Ducks and the Angels.
I was going to tell you that too.
All right.
Yeah, this is definitely. I'm not going to name her name, but just right. I mean, I'm showing on my tablet real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that could be that girl's modeling page.
Yeah.
Well, the girl can sing her butt off. I was impressed.
Nice. Well, Angels lost yesterday, so
she's a little older.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
Dodgers won.
Oh yeah, so NBA playoffs. Give us an update. What's going on?
Well, Clippers lost the game.
Are we still in the first round? We're 18 days in the playoffs and still in the first round.
Pretty much.
Indiana's out.
We're game 4 or 5 into the series, and we're 2.5 weeks into the playoffs. All right.
So Indiana got knocked out by King James yesterday, and then Utah
and the refs.
No.
Well, it didn't help that Indiana lost 2 straight home games, which I guess they haven't. It was Boston that lost 2 straight home games, right? And they've never done that or something in the playoffs.
And then this is the first time Indiana got swept in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So I think Paul George is going to the Lakers next year. Safe to say.
I hope so. We'll see. But
the Clippers lost again.
So your Suns are still in it? The team you think is going to win it, Ellis?
Spurs, yeah.
Or Spurs,
whoever I think they're 2-2 because Memphis is tough, but they'll when you got Kawhi Leonard on your team and then you got all the experience around them, I still think they're going to go all the way. I'm betting as long as they're in there, I'm betting on them.
I still say LeBron James is going to take it again.
Is the team? Who did I pick? Golden State?
Yeah,
are they still in it?
Yep, they're still in it. Yeah.
Right. Are they doing well?
Oh yeah, they're about to sweep Portland.
Yeah,
there we go. See, my team's kicking ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, hockey playoffs are first round's over.
Yeah.
Because it only takes a week and a half for that because they play every other day.
Yeah.
Why does basketball do that? They play Saturday and then Tuesday and then Friday.
Travel time
TV.
These teams aren't halfway across the fucking world.
Mostly TV.
Hockey has the same distance, and the same cities could be playing each other, and they play every other day. They don't get an extra day for travel. You just play and show up and hit each other for 60 minutes, and then get on a plane and go home and then play again the next night. I don't get it. Why does basketball do? They'll literally play Saturday game 1, Tuesday game 2, Thursday or Friday game 3, and Monday game 4. So in a week and 2 days, they play 4 games. It's not that physical of a game.
LeBron can play hockey because the way he grabbed and pulled and didn't get called for it. That's why they were out.
He could play for the Ducks.
He could.
Hey, Ducks are winning.
I mean, the calls that go against them. So the Ducks played.
Or the Raiders.
You're right. The Raiders played. The Raiders. The Ducks played 4 games. They swept the team they played. They only. I think 2 of those games went to overtime. And the other one was still a 1-goal game.
Yeah.
They only played 1 really good, solid game out of 4.
Yeah.
They happen to win, but they're going to get. Edmonton's a whole nother ball game right now.
Yeah.
Edmonton beat San Jose down, and I thought San Jose was going to be a pretty strong team because of their size and speed. Edmonton has both size and speed way over the Ducks.
Okay. Well, I'm still saying Ducks going to take the cup.
That'll be a tougher series. I won't be surprised if that goes 7, at least 6.
Yeah, I'm going to say it'll go 6, and Edmonton will win in 6.
I take 6 Ducks, but
my Capitals are going to play the Penguins now, so that's the 2 teams that I thought would have the chance of winning. So one of them is obviously going to advance.
Yeah.
So, but the Blues advanced. Nashville swept Chicago, and who else was a? Toronto lost to somebody.
St. Louis.
no.
Won.
St. Louis won.
Toronto lost to. Who did Toronto lose to? I forget.
Was it St. Louis?
No, it might have been it was the Capitals.
Okay.
Capitals played Toronto. Capitals won. Penguins won. Rangers won, I think. And then who's the other team out of the East I'm missing?
I
forget.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I should have done my homework.
NFL draft on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Interesting draft.
Who's going?
Cleveland has number 1. San Francisco has number 2.
Who do you think's getting picked first?
That quarterback. No, I think it should be a defensive back or a quarterback. I've been following the names of these guys. I know one of them just got busted for the drug test at the Columbine. Julius Peppers, I think that's his name.
That was Julius Peppers a long time ago, wasn't there?
There's another guy named Peppers.
Yeah.
This is one of the few years it's a heavy defensive draft. A lot of good defensive players coming out. There's a handful of quarterbacks. You got Deshaun Watson, the guy who won the Heisman.
Yeah.
You got a couple other quarterbacks, but it's a good defensive draft this year.
And hopefully we can get Marshawn Lynch deals done or do something.
And Adrian Peterson's going to the Saints or something, I think I read.
They came to a closing on a team. I don't know which team it was. So probably with the Saints.
I think I saw something about him possibly going to the Saints.
Wow. Well, that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean the Saints, the way the Saints play though, it's like weird. Like it's, and we've talked about fantasy football before. I think. Well, I don't know. Maybe we haven't talked about it on our fantasy sports in general. I think have kind of ruined sports in a way. But the Saints really, they're a hard team to pick players for fantasy because they move there's like 13 players that get touches in that game. They move that ball around to a bunch of different people, which makes it difficult for the defenses to cover. But you also don't get the consistency that you want out of your players, and the rhythm I think gets interrupted too. So there's that fine line in there. But yeah, I think I saw something about him. Let me see if I can find it real quick. About Adrian Peterson maybe going to the Saints. So.
I know he was talking to a couple teams.
Yeah. But do you think Drew Brees has 2 years left 2 or 3 years, and he didn't call it quits?
On his contract? I think so, something like that.
So. NFL teams holding missed bowl game against Jabril Peppers. That's who you're talking about. Jabril Peppers, one of a handful of draft prospects who didn't play in his team's bowl game, and now that may be costing him in the eyes of the NFL. Got to play, man. Yeah, Adrian Peterson to Saints doesn't make much sense for Peterson. Oh, so maybe it's already done deal, but now they're talking about it afterwards. So, yeah. But, little bit of sad news. That's probably before your time, but Happy Day Star died. The girl who played Joni. Yeah. And I guess, when I was reading, man, she fell in some hard times. Man.
Yeah. I think 56, right?
56. Yeah. I guess she had, whatever money she made as an actress was all gone. I guess she had some problems with the drugs, I think, in the 80s and 90s. I think. she was, I guess, had a house up in like Palmdale or something like that. I read, and it foreclosed, and they evicted her, and she was like refusing to move. So then they arrested her out of it, and then she married a guy that like worked at Walmart, and then she was living with him in his mother's trailer in a trailer park in like Tennessee or wherever she was. That's where she was found actually.
Wow.
And she was brought in to basically be the caretaker of this guy's mom, and then she passed away there, I guess. And the neighbors said like she was friendly for a while, and then like the last few months or something like that, she became like a hermit crab and like was barely noted. Like nobody ever saw her around. And so, man, going from a hit TV show, 40 years ago to living in a trailer in Tennessee, man, that's
hard times.
Yeah, she had some form of cancer. I forgot which kind, but she had some kind of cancer too.
Yeah. So and I guess there's not. We don't know the cause of death yet. Apparently. So I don't know if it was drugs or suicide, or maybe it is just that cancer, or what. Who knows what it was? Natural. Just a hard life from, kind of doing different stuff through the years. But that's so. I mean, I used to like that. That was a good show for a while.
Watched it all the time.
Yeah.
So, but
Ron Howard, best director.
Ron Howard. And then that show spawned 2 different hits. It spawned that Laverne and Shirley, or Laverne and Shirley spawned. How did that go?
Shirley, yeah, the spin-off of that. Yeah.
Was Laverne and Shirley a spin-off of Happy Days, or Happy Days a spin-off of Laverne and Shirley?
They did Laverne and Shirley did a guest appearance.
Okay.
Like they were like one of Fonz's girlfriends or something, and they made a show out of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Mork and Mindy also came out of Happy Days because Fonzie met Mork and this alien from Ork and whatever it was, and that was his Rob Williams character, and he was like kind of a guest bit and on Happy Days, and then they kind of liked him, and the studio ended up creating that Mork and Mindy show.
Yep.
So that was his real big break for Rob Williams too.
Yep.
So, man, that's Also, we had what was it? This week was the Earth Day. Did you do anything to celebrate Earth Day, or
I did not.
remember science or whatever they were doing?
I recycled.
You recycled? All right, well there you go. I think I recycled some stuff too, probably. Did you do anything for Earth Day, Ellis?
I threw some trash away. I made sure it was in the right bin.
All right,
nice.
That's probably about it.
Hey, we all did our parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really do anything. So, did you guys have a good 420 last week?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I did.
Oh, you must have been really good.
Oh yeah.
I know you did. I saw you that day.
You right. Yeah. See.
We had a beer together that day.
Yeah.
Oh, what was and then that? We'll just talk about it right now. It's kind of weird to talk about on the podcast, but that guy was sitting next to us.
Right.
We don't need to mention his name, but
Okay.
him and we were playing like all kinds of like. You got us like kicked on that hair metal and 80s bands and stuff like that, and we went like he'd play a song and I'd play a song, and he'd play, and we were trying to stump each other on the jukebox there. It was kind of funny for a while. He was a cool guy.
Okay.
So anyway, I just went because you left, and I meant to say that we sat there for a while.
Cool.
But yeah, that was last Thursday. That was right.
Yeah. Thursday. Yep.
So yeah, it's kind of a quick podcast today.
No, how much?
No,
Okay.
kind of blew through some stuff.
see.
Anything else got coming up? Are you actually going to any of those concerts? Because I really want to go to that Tool
The
one.
Tool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to the Kendrick Lamar one at the Staples Center,
Okay.
and then I'm still trying to save up for the Lamb of God and Slayer concert at the
All right.
Forum. Like that's the one I really want to go to. And speaking of that, Viping a Dead Punch, he's having Ivan Moody's getting his little side project now, I guess, with a new band.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what to call it, but there's rumors I quit the band, and he's like, no, I didn't quit. I just want to do a side project, and so that's pretty much it.
Whatever.
So
It happens.
yeah,
They we got to check the because this is what the last full week of April right now, or next week's last next week's last
next week,
week.
next week, last week, yeah.
So let's we have May. So yeah, let's the Orange County Fair's coming up.
Okay.
I don't know if their concerts are announced yet or not.
Okay.
But that's always fun to go to some of the concerts there because they play them like they have some good bands and stuff come in there.
Nice venue.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice venue, and then they have like I said, it's they get quite a few like just good like, and they'll do everything. They'll do like the a lot of classic rock, and then they'll have like sometimes they'll have hair bands and 80s bands, and then they'll do like country night, and then they'll like I remember seeing whatchamacallit, Dropkick Murphys
Okay.
at the fair one year actually.
Nice.
So they put on a good good thing down there. But I wonder if there's a concert thing up yet for this summer, as far as the Pacific Amphitheater goes down there. But yeah, we'll have to go check that out because I know Ellis hasn't been. You mentioned it before. You haven't been to a concert since like
a long time.
'88 or something like that. So
Jeez.
Anthrax and
gotta get out more, man.
Ice-T's thrash band Body Count.
Freaking Anthrax just played at the Wilton with Killswitch Engage last week. Nice. I was bummed they couldn't go. Oh, Saturday was it? Yeah, Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sold out like in the 10 seconds. So I was like, oh, I'm not going. And plus in San Diego too. So.
My sister and her husband, they went to some jazz festival over the weekend. They saw Teddy Riley and Guy. I think that was in Upland, I think.
Nice.
They didn't go to the Chino Hills Jazz Festival that we talked about. Well, I think that was this last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, $60 and no headliners.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think they were wanting to sell 800 tickets, and by like last Tuesday, I think they had sold 200 tickets or something like that.
And better have some good food because.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the music was fine, but it's unless you're someone you know, you're not going to pay that kind of money.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, here we go. Orange County concert things coming up here. Well, the Orange County Fair starts July 14th through August 13th. Oh, so we have quite a few months left.
Nice.
Gabriel Iglesias is going to be there. He's a good comedian. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Fluffy,
yeah. Space Oddity, David Bowie retrospective.
Nice.
And there's some like Speedway stuff and like some BMX, or not BMX, but motocross stuff. Which One's Pink? Tribute to Pink Floyd. Happy Together, which is the like 60s kind of music stuff. They're going to have a fight, mixed martial art thing, Summer Fist, they're calling it.
Okay.
Elton John, The Early Years.
Nice.
B-52s will be there at the Pacific Symphony.
Rock Lobster,
which is my ringtone. Hot August Nights, a tribute to Neil Diamond.
Okay.
He plays concerts in the park in the local area. Pepe Aguilar. So there you go. There's like some Latin music. Michael Jackson tribute. Justin Moore, Tyler Rich. I'm assuming they're country just based on their names. Wild Child of Jim Morrison celebration.
I've heard of that before.
Turn the Page, the ultimate tribute to Bob Seger. The band Perry and Alice Wallace.
Okay.
I don't know who they are. Also look country. Huey Lewis and the News will be at the Orange County Fair. So that'll be a good one.
I'm surprised there's no Beatles tributes.
Yeah, sometimes there is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like that's it because then we're into yep. So it looks like Huey Lewis is the big. Wow, it seems like they should have more artists than that.
They might add more towards time.
Yeah, that's true. Let me see if this was that was the Orange County Fair thing.
That's always a good fair. I actually like that fair better than the
LA County.
LA County
no,
fair.
LA County is awesome.
I agree with
Yeah.
Brandon.
Well, you were in Newport this whole weekend, so yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah, you got
You know, high class.
Jeez. It's not me. It's just
All right, so here we go. They have
lady friend.
June lady again. All right, so we have Steel Pulse and the Wailers,
Okay.
Funk Fest featuring Zapp, Kenny Loggins, Dashboard Confessional, Gabriel Iglesias, B-52s, Slightly Stupid, Strange Love, Justin Violent Femmes and the Echo Men and the Bunnymen. So that's some 80s stuff right there for you. Huey Lewis and News, Fab Four, Opulent Beatles tribute. So there you go. Boz Scaggs and Michael McDonald, Steve Miller with Peter Frampton, Isley Brothers.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Looks like Rebellion with Naku and the Medicine for the People. I have no idea what that is. They're playing 2 nights though. And Jake Owen, which I think is country. So yeah, Steve Miller Band. There we go. Might see that.
Slightly Stupid.
Jake Owen's on a rap star. Are you sure? I mean, that's
Jake Owen. No,
Jake Owen.
let me see how it's spelled. I'll tell you if it was too far back. If it was spelled like J-A-K,
Yeah.
Owen is like I don't know how you would spell Owen now.
O-E-N, I don't know.
O-W-N-E.
Yeah.
O-O-N.
O-N-E-O-N-M.
old dog or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that some Orange County Fair concerts coming up there. They're always fun to check out.
Yeah.
You get, I think, with your ticket there, you get your fair admittance and your seat in the concert. So go early, check out the fair, eat some fried whatever, and some deep fried this and some weird chocolate stuff and craft beer somewhere and go watch some pigs. I don't know, lay around and do nothing. And then, cotton candy, throw it all up on a carnival ride or two, and then go watch a concert.
Have a good time.
Yeah, the Orange County Fair is just too small. It's like, it's very small. It's like tidy. Mm-hmm. Where LA County Fair is really spread out all over the place.
Yeah.
But the LA County Fair got rid of the horse racing, and they got rid of some other things, and I don't know, it's just not as, they still have the OTB stuff, but they don't have the actual live racing anymore. I don't know.
They have Whoop to it, all that matters.
Yeah, but that's, true. And they have, they do have a lot of concert events up there. They do that, like German Brewfest, Oktoberfest. They do, I think coming up recently, they're doing that like foam party, like rave kind of thing or something like that. And then I don't know if they still do their Halloween haunt thing up there or not. And they used to do big like stuff like that. Yeah. So I know their Irish Fest they have, and there's a lot of events up there. Plus, all the time they do, like, I think it's every 3 months or so, they do that big car show, classic car show, whatever it is. You hear on the radio advertise for it all the time. Yeah. But the Roadster shows, Father's Day Roadster shows up there. There's a lot of good car shows and stuff up there. So, like I said, man, summertime. It's getting May, springtime. We got weather's beautiful. My pool's finally getting bluish. Yeah. It looks a lot better than it did a few weeks ago, doesn't it? I've been sweeping it. I added chlorine into it today, so by I'd say Wednesday it'll definitely be blue.
Nice.
So
looking better. Yeah.
So this weekend we might be doing swimming in the backyard. So next podcast we might do in the hot tub.
Right.
No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not. We can 6.
Anyway, so let's once again Havoc Pools. Speaking of the pool, and I have I consult him. I pick his brain, but I do take care of my own pool.
Right.
But I do pick the brain of the owner of Havoc Pools and get some good information. Find out if what I'm doing is correct and things like that. And so if you need any pool needs, maintenance, repair, anything, contact Havoc Pools right there in Corona, California. Also, I think we had a couple good episodes last week. I inundated YouTube with 3 episodes in like 48 hours.
Yeah.
So, but now we're back on our regular schedule here once a week, and appreciate you guys coming down, and let's look forward to doing it next week, man.
That's
so
always a good
pretty
time.
much it.
Yep.
Man. Thanks again, Brandon and Ellis.
Always.
This is Hardheaded Productions, and we'll talk to you again later.
Signing off.
We're out.